What's up, team? This is Frank playing the game that... I guess I'll pick number 2. Oh, come on! Man, this is faster than light. I knew making this video would be a challenge since the game is so complex with layers and strategy, and I'm trying to keep it quick and dirty. So the entire time I was saying this, you've been watching the tutorial for the game in the background, and now you're up to speed, so let's jump in and talk about it. This roguelike game will randomize everything from the rewards to the events to the beacon maps. I mean, the sector map even looks like that Plinko game from The Price is Right, where you can only hope that your ship falls in the right slot, but instead of winning a new car, you win a boss fight. And then if you look at the outcomes of events, it sometimes feels like a roll of the dice when or if you'll get a reward, or something devastating will happen, like losing a crewmate or having intruders appear on board. Okay, we need to have some time to talk about characters, right? Okay, humans are jacks of all trades, but masters of none. They're cheap to hire, and they learn skills quickly. The NG guys fix your ship faster than any other race, however their wrench-like hands inexplicably do less damage when in combat. The Rockmen move like they're made out of, well, rocks. They have the highest health pool, making them a decent option for combat, and they also put out fires without taking damage. Then there's the Mantis. These guys remind me of Scyther. They're the quickest of all the races and the best at combat. Outfit a ship with teleporters and have them wreak havoc on the enemy ship. However, since their hands are essentially giant blades, they're awful at repairing systems. The Zoltan remind me of Dr. Manhattan, only green. They actually provide free power bars to any systems that they stand in. They also have a lower health pool than other races and explode when they die, damaging everyone in the room. The Slug race are rare, but they come in really handy. They use telepathic abilities to see where the enemies are on the opposing ship, even when your sensors are down, and they're immune to mind control tech. It's nice to have at least one of these guys in your crew. The Crystal ship has to be unlocked through some random event, but you might run into some in your travels. They have this ability to lock down a room, preventing anyone from entering and seeing what they're doing on their computer. They also take less damage from asphyxiation. I mean, if that's what you're into. Finally, the Lanius can be hard to manage. They remove all oxygen from the room that they inhabit, and that will hurt or kill any other race in the same room with them. Strategically, this can be used to your advantage in clever ways, since most enemies won't want to engage in combat in an air-deprived room. Oh man, I have enough time to talk about ships, right? Each race has their signature ship, and there are about 2 to 3 varieties of each. The diversity here is pretty amazing. Some are good with drones, shields, weapons, hacking, teleporters, cloning bays, and this makes it a real challenge to beat the game with every single ship. Oh man, do I have enough time to talk about the ship systems? No, there's too many, I can't, but let me talk about the most important ones. Your systems are visible on your ship's floor map. If a system gets hit, it'll take damage and you'll need to repair it. There are a lot of hazards out there, like enemy fire, ionized weapons, missiles, bombs, fires, enemies who teleport onto your ship, and so on, and so on, and so on. Most systems get better when you upgrade them, and you can also place a crew member in some system rooms to make them work better. Things like shields, weapons, and engines are pretty essential, especially when you start out, but eventually you'll start considering harder questions, like do I opt for a med bay or a cloning bay? Do I specialize in drones or weapons? Should I upgrade my shields or my engines? All these decisions carry a lot of weight, and they can mean the difference between life and death. Because your ship can only hold so many core systems, and since each ship starts off with various combinations and upgrades, and since shops hold random items, there's a lot of planning and strategy involved with playing the hand that you're dealt. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot to talk about the point of the game! Okay, you fly a Galactic Federation ship, which is losing a battle with a rebel faction. Kinda like Bodhi and Jin in Rogue One, you've intercepted some critical information about the enemy and you need to get it back to command, which is several beacons away. While you're jumping from point to point, the rebel fleet is in hot pursuit, and you need to stay ahead of the closing circle, just like the Battle Royale survival games all the kids are playing these days. The right course plotting might send you towards greater riches, or maybe you miscalculated, ran out of fuel, or have the rebel fleet catch up to you. Wait, did I forget to mention pausing? This is one of the saving graces of the game. It's the ability to stop time like Neo in the Matrix, plot out your plan, and execute. Despite all the improvements you've made to your ship and your playstyle, you will die. You will die tens of hundreds of times. You will start to feel like Doctor Strange asking Dormammu to bargain again. So why review this game? The game was released back in 2012 and it appears to be an extremely challenging RNG-based exercise in frustration, and that's mostly true. But I still find myself coming back to play it every once in a while. If you're a fan of strategic, sci-fi, almost turn-based gameplay, then this might be your jam. But if you're into more arcadey, fast-paced Twitch gameplay, then you might as well pass. And that's it. That's everything you need to know about FTL. And remember, this was a quick and dirty.